the business license and the occupational license.
Yeah, yeah. As far as the occupational license, like you said, that's just to get in there and start selling it as a business, right? The business tax ID, if you will, the license is where all the back end stuff happens, the bookkeeping stuff and all that other stuff, ringing up devices. But as far as that stuff, what I'll do is I'm going to get with Bill. I'm actually writing down notes to find out what the time frame of that's going to be. And normally Linda is in charge of that. And so she'll be able to give me an exact time if it's going to take a 2-week course or if it only takes like 3 days to get that. And I know with COVID, since COVID has kind of went away, it's moving a little quicker now.
Now, our business, we have the registered business under Shakunia Holdings.
Perfect.
LLC, and that has a EIN number, tax number already.
Nice.
So if it is that we are trading and we will be using that, we already have the Florida for 2022. We already registered for 2022 in Florida, and we have our registered certificate and stuff already.
Perfect. That's great. That's great. Yeah. So that's going to make it move a little even faster because you guys already have it.
Right. Now the other thing that I was concerning is workers. That's our one of our major concerns.
Absolutely, the hiring.
So now a lot of our applicants are from Port St. Lucie. Some are out of state, and they want to come to Port St. Lucie.
Okay.
So what we were considering is that the state of the store, and during the time that we are waiting for license, can we use the store as the training venue? Not actually open for business, but for training in store.
Correct. As long as you have your insurances activated, which I think that ties into the EIN number, if I'm not mistaken. As long as you have insurance, you'll be good. Which normally actually gets tied in with the payroll. Which, have you set the payroll up yet?
No, so we have to, that's the things we need to do. Get payroll done, insurance.
That's going to follow side by side, yep. So once you can do that, yeah, you can train at the space, no big deal.
Right, while we're waiting for opening, because otherwise we will have to set up some training venue somewhere, because we were looking at doing some of the virtual training and then a week down physical training.
Yep.
Down in headquarters. So that's what we were looking at. And well, if it is that we're looking at, I would say, second week opening in April.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yep.
We have to have this by the 1st of April. By that first week in April, we have to have the employees, team members already hired and training.
Yep.
During that period in ready. So we're looking at first week for employees.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any issues starting to do the training process now and going through this process. I mean, remember, just because you don't have the store there right now, doesn't mean you can't leverage that employee to start doing cold calling, right? Cold calling businesses, marketing the area, doing some events, doing some video. I mean, you can leverage all that right now without even having the store open, right? Because you're gonna want them to do that and go out and talk to the neighborhoods. And so that might be a great start for you guys, because now they're not gonna have really an excuse, if you will, that they have to attend the store. No, your job right now is to go out and try to lock in some deals, right? Some B2B stuff. And if you lock in any B2B stuff right then and there, you can always leverage headquarters with that process, and we can help you with converting that into a sale. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Well, in terms of marketing, as you mentioned, we're also looking at the pre-launch marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in terms of our interfacing with the manager at the Walmart that we will be in,
mm-hmm.
What point can we go to that and represent ourselves to him as the owners of that store? Because we want to get permission to do the pre-launch marketing in the car park or the tents. I think at headquarters there's a tent and some marketing materials that we could do like pre-launch.
First, I love that you're thinking about doing a pre-launch. That's great. You know what I mean? You're going to want to do like a little soft opening, if you will. But I would talk to the Walmart people now, right? You already have an agreement signed with Walmart, so why not go in there and start talking to them? Do you already have a banner in front of the store saying now coming soon, now opening?
No, we don't have anything right now.
Yeah, let's get that. Can you email ticket@techiecompany.com so we can get that going? Are any of you guys local in the States right now?
Yes, Timothy is.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So also tag your address in there. I'll ship it straight to your address, and then you can go and hang it up if you like. Because if I send it to Walmart, they don't know what Techie is yet, right? Because we haven't really done marketing. It might get lost, you know.
Yeah.
All right, Timothy, you'll handle that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So ticket at
Thank you, company.
Yeah.
.com
Yep.
for the banner opening soon banner,
Yep.
right? Right. In terms of if they give us permission for the car park to do like just get that opening soon and get to know customer base, just advertising, putting pamphlets out there. What's Techie headquarters support in that area?
Yeah, I mean, depending on, for example, we can get all the printing material for you. And we could also normally we do a grand opening, right? And we don't do a grand opening for like at least 3 weeks after your store's opening because we want to make sure that everything's organized, that we have all our ducks in a row, that there's no complications, right? Because in the past, we would do the grand opening very first day. And what would happen, there could be some hiccups where then, your occupational license is not done. You have to kind of pull back a little bit. So the whole purpose is just wait 3 weeks, and then we're going to do a huge grand opening launch. And that's when I would say get with Walmart, schedule a time. We'll take a car there. We'll bring a tent for you. We're going to have a ribbon cutting event at the Walmart too as well, handing out stuff, giving out free stuff, doing a big social media, just launch. So that's when we really want to launch huge. I would say for now, talk to the Walmart manager. Say, hey, I have a coming soon banner. We're getting ready to open up. I would love to hang that up. And I also wanted to introduce myself and then slowly give them that first and just kind of welcome yourself. Maybe give them a box of donuts or something. And then the next time you come, you can go with a little bit more of a boom, right? Like, hey, I want to do this, blah, 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 blah. But first build that relationship and then go back and say, this is my plan. Here's my strategy. And then kind of go from there.
All right. Now, in terms of your experience with the Walmart, when we went to the Walmart and we were asking, they were telling us like the different managers in the Walmart. In your experience with those supercenters, is there a specific manager that we should ask for or one that deals with this specifically?
Yeah. So there's different managers for every department. You're going to want to get to the main individual that deals with the whole Walmart because they're the ones that are in charge of everything inside of Walmart and that's attached to Walmart. So there are different managers. There's a grocery manager. There's an electronic manager. Those are, you want to talk to the electronic manager because he's going to send you business. But you want to get to the main manager with the approval to hang a sign, with the approval to go on the PA and say, hey, we're here at Techie now, or do a huge event. So the main manager, which is pretty much like the Walmart store owner, if you will, because they make all the calls. That's who you really want to like get in touch with.
Okay.
And I'll see if I can find you the name of that individual. So it makes it easy for you.
Great.
So maybe you can follow them on LinkedIn so they see that you followed them and then they see who you are. So then it's not just like, hey, here I am. You know what I mean? Like you can message them on LinkedIn, build that little. Yeah. So I'll see if I can get you the Walmart manager name.
Because we went asking and it was like kind of difficult to find out who the actual main manager.
Totally agree.
Workers themselves would show, and then they would they like find out their schedule, and well, they don't know when they'll be there, when they will not be there.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, let's try to go get their name and then hit them up on LinkedIn and then see what we can do. Right? I think that's a good approach.
Yeah.
Cool. What else?
In terms of, sorry, go ahead.
No. What else? What other questions?
Right. In terms of, we were talking to Julio, who is in Minnesota, Wisconsin.
Yep.
And in terms of rates, he was approaching some very high rates for salaries for one of his employees. And in terms of contract, do you all offer a sample contract that we can use for hiring, or do we have to try and get one ourselves?
Yeah, we have like a whole pamphlet of like how the hiring kit, like the starter kit, and in that we have like a non-compete and those kind of things in there. So yeah, we can definitely share that to you. Um, do me a same thing. Email ticket@techiecompany.com,
Yeah.
and I'll make sure the team obviously address that and forward it to you. But that's a great question.
So, because I was in the interview when we were doing the initial conversations with some of the applicants, they are already employed or were employed with competitive stores like iFixit. Some more with what's the other one, Timothy?
iFix and Repair,
The big one.
You break, I break more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
So one of the guys had a question that he does part-time work for them.
Okay.
He was looking at doing part-time work for us because he couldn't get full-time. But he's also studying, so he's not looking for full-time work. And that's why I said, okay, I'll have to take this up higher to see what are the non-competitive agreements that we will have to enter. Because if we train you in techies systems and techies methods, and you now doing work for another company, how is that a conflict of interest? So,
Yeah, I mean, that's a sticky situation, but at the end of the day, like the non-compete is there just to kind of, a scare tactic, if you will, just so that
Okay.
the team members want to stay with you longer, right? But it's your job as the owner of the store and the boss to make sure that they stick around and they want to work for you. You know what I mean? Like, so like I would almost challenge them to say like, look, that's great that you work for them. I'm sure they're a great company, but I'm gonna take care of you better than they are. I promise you, I'll do whatever it takes. And you have to make them feel important. And I think we can. That's the difference between us and our competition is we could probably do a little bit more one-on-one with them and make more of that family feel, if you will, right? So I'm not too concerned. Like I always tell my people that start working with us, I'm like, the only reason that you're gonna leave us is because we failed, not because you failed, because we failed you. So that's what I always like to tell them when I first hire them, and then and then from there the arms are wide open, and I think he would probably leave them and come to you full time, right?
Well, that I didn't actually see a problem with it, but I
Yeah.
don't know if it was in terms of the techie, if you all corporate had a problem with him
Nah.
writing.
In the very beginning, it was a challenge because nobody really knew how to fix phones, and we were training everybody. But now, it's a lot of people know how to fix electronic devices, right? So it's not an issue.
Yeah. Actually, the advantage now is actually the pooled resources of having so many franchisees under one, and the bulk ordering and availability of parts. That is the advantage that we have right now. Because if you check even some of the small stores that are the one store, the individual owners, they don't accept a lot of things